I'm Chris Chilton, and this is Car Magazine's Car of the Year 2007, our celebration of the best new metal to come our way this year. Here's my nomination. It's the Fiat 500, Italy's answer to the massively successful new Mini. It's the same sort of recipe. Cutesy retro design on the outside, sensible modern car oily bits underneath, in this case from the Fiat Panda. Look at this dash, absolutely gorgeous. Check out that really cool retro pod containing the speedo and rev counter in one unit, really nice. And this painted section here, it's very clever because this section disguises the fact that the rest of the plastics aren't actually that great. I had an original 500 a couple of years ago, and I can tell you that this car isn't anything like that to drive. That's no bad thing. Non-synchro gearboxes and 18 horsepower don't really cut it these days. This car's a lot of fun though. Not quite as sharp as the Mini maybe, but the 100 horsepower 1.4 is brilliant and backed up by a close ratio 6-speed box. Can't remember the last time I laughed so much driving a car with so little power. This car is going to be massive next year. It looks great, it's huge fun to drive, and best of all, you don't need to be a millionaire to afford it. That's why it's my car of the year.
My name's Phil McNamara, and this is the Rolls-Royce Drophead Coupe. No car's made a bigger statement in 2007. It's twice the size of the Fiat 500, and it cost £307,000. There are so many great details on this car. Check out the 21-inch wheels, and if you come round to the back, you can see this teak decking. Look at the craftsmanship. It's like a yacht. Hidden in the wings are umbrellas. And it's a good job because if you get caught in a shower, the roof takes ages to come up. But best of all, check out the doors. It's the best car door in the business. It's just as special to drive too. If you fire up the V12 engine, you hear almost nothing. This is one of the most refined cars on sale, and it's just as refined to drive. Wafting around in this car, every bump, every nuance in the road is just hidden away from the driver. It's absolutely sensational. So that's the Rolls-Royce Drophead Coupe. It's not just the most special car I've driven this year, it's probably the most special car I've ever driven. And that's why it's my pick for Car of the Year.
I'm Tim Pollard, and this is the frankly brilliant Audi R8. It's as significant as the Honda NSX was 18 years ago. Just think about it for a moment. I mean, Audi have really been purveyors of jumped-up Volkswagens over the years, but now, out of the blue, comes this, a car which beats the Porsche 911 at its own game. Just look at this. This is engine art of the finest order. It's a 4.2, 414 brake horsepower, V8 from the RS4, and it really feels it on the road. This car is quick. Some say it's just a big TT, but I mean, look at it. Look at these blades down here, sort of the aluminium body. For me, they really have carved out a new look for their supercar. It looks terrific, like nothing else out there. And the best thing about the R8 is it's a car you can just get in and drive. You can see out of it, you can get out of it, and yet it really is a brilliant drive. It's a precise machine, and that's why it's my car of the year.
The Audi R8? Fine if you've got that kind of money, but many more of us will be driving this, Ford's cool new Mondeo. That's the real car of the year. Time was that people used to call Ford family saloons Dagenham dustbins, and it's just no longer true. Ford seriously raised its game in the styling department and certainly in the driving department. This car looks very cool on the outside thanks to Martin Smith's kinetic design language, but it's on the inside that it's really special. Mondeo owners will spend far longer inside their car than they will outside looking at it. And that's probably a good thing because the interior of the Mondeo is one of its best points, Ford has seriously upped its game in quality, to the extent that the dashboard finishes, even down the centre console, are of a really high quality. They'll match a BMW or a Mercedes easily now. But by far the most exciting thing about the Mondeo is the way it drives. It's unusually agile for a car this large and spacious. It means it gives the BMW's 3 Series a real run for its money, and that's what makes it my car of the year.
I'm Ben Pullman, and this is the Mercedes C-Class. It's the best looking Merc for a generation, and the boxy styling harks back to when Mercs had that carved out of granite feel. In sport guys you get this body kit, and this gorgeous looking 3-bar grille, which I think it makes it the best looking car in its class. The boxy styling continues inside, but it's not just for show. This is a real quality product, and I think it's better than the R8. This Mercedes comes with the best combination you can have: 7-speed automatic gearbox, paddle shifts at the wheel, and a diesel engine with just enough power for everyday driving. And even with the sport kit, the ride is absolutely perfect. And that's why the Mercedes C-Class is my car of the year 2007.
I'm Ben Barry, and this is the new BMW M3. Forget for a minute the pretend supercars and the repmobiles. Here's the real star of 2007. If there's one car here that can do everything, this is it. It's as entertaining as the Audi, it's as refined as the Mercedes, and it's as practical as the Mondeo, especially if you order the 4-door. But the best part is the 4-litre V8 engine. It sounds glorious, it goes like stink, and it's clever too, weighing 15 kilos less than the straight 6 it replaces. Believe me, you'll struggle to find a car that's more versatile, and that's why I think the new BMW M3 is the best car of the year.
So, 6 great cars, but only one winner. Did the Rolls outglam the R8? Did the Mondeo beat the new C-Class at its own game? Or did the M3's V8 charm us into giving it the nod? None of that mattered in the end, because we were all seduced by one car, the Fiat 500. Yes, the cheapest car here, one of the cheapest we've driven all year, is our pick of 2007. Why? Because it signals a turnaround in the fortunes of Fiat. Because it produces that same feel-good factor as the Rolls-Royce. And because, in its own way, it's as fun to drive as the M3. That's why the Fiat 500 is Car Magazine's Car of the Year 2007.